Xander Davis, and I'm joined here with Sam Elder and Sarah Jones, and we're going to talk about the future of dedicated gaming machines. You know, you have the iPhone, which is basically a digital Swiss Army knife. It can do anything, and then games are coming out for it every single day. They're high quality, some of them are even free. And then you have the 3DS. Is the era of the dedicated handheld over? Is the Xbox being a dedicated game console, is that over? I mean, it's got all of these other features now that they've added in. What do you think?
I think that one day in the future, we may see them go away in the face of a device that's really just more like a computer that does anything. Like we saw recently, the new Xbox also be a cable box.
Yep.
That means they want it to be everything. They're your living room box that you just buy. Here's your living room computer now that streams and sends email, it does the internet, you get Netflix, it's all right here.
I think as far back as 2005, we were all hearing from Microsoft, maybe Jay Allard even specifically, that you know, this is a fight for the living room. They want to be a media epicenter for everything, and I think that's, you know, that's great.
Things are expected to do multiple things. I haven't bought a DVD player since 2003.
Yeah, right.
You know, I just use my Xbox.
Yeah, the Xbox already does things.
Yeah, because when my DVD player broke when I was in college, I called my dad and I'm like, Dad, I want an Xbox. He's like, but don't you need a DVD player? I'm like, it does both. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, let's do that then.
While it may be better, like for games or so, to have a specific machine dedicated to them, it just seems like the fact is when a consumer goes to buy a device that's going to be high priced, why wouldn't they choose the one that does everything and games versus the just games? And really, that's besides Nintendo, that's becoming more and more. No one even does it. Like we talk about the PSP like it's just games, but I can download movies. We can play movies. You know, there's a lot more in it that they're all shooting for. So
what do you think about the sort of convenience factor of the iPhone, where it fits in your pocket, it's the right size? Yeah, the controls don't really work that great for gaming, but there's, I mean, the game market for iOS is enormous.
They'll fix that though.
Yeah, I think, well, you designed for
still
it.
New,
Yeah, but would the PlayStation Vita be something that might actually be successful? I know a lot of gamers are going to buy it, but is it? I can't imagine it's going to compete with the iPhone at all. Like if you stack those numbers side by side.
It's because my phone is with me all the time. It's something I need. So,
yeah,
you know, putting games on that, they'll come with me automatically because I need my phone with me.
Yeah.
That, it's something I can leave at home.
Can you play iPhone games on a Mac, though?
Can I play iPhone games on a Mac?
Can you play an iPhone game that you bought on your iPhone on a Mac?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You can, there's rumors anyway that you can play PS Vita games that you buy on PS Vita, you can play on PS3. So you can cross game. You can actually do cross multiplayer games as
Okay,
well.
well then that would be more convenient then.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
You have to own both things, and I mean, you're almost spending $1,000 probably at that point.
That's almost like a classic Sony move in a lot of ways, where they want you, you can do all these neat features when you own 5 of our products.
Yeah.
Exactly. You own, you know, the Sony Eye, the Eye, and you know, the PSP. Like I remember they're like, oh, you should buy a PSP because when you play like this racing game, it acts like your side view mirror. And I don't know, like they did that in a press conference, and I wasn't that amazed that I bought a, you know, several $100 side view mirror.
Yeah.
For my video game.
Now it's pretty obvious. Lion with the route Lion has taken, Apple is very interested in sort of merging iOS and macOS. So with the new Mac App Store sort of doing exactly what iOS is doing, it seems that maybe one day, you'll be able to you'll buy a game on your iPhone, it'll work on your iPad, that can already happen, but then you can take it home and run it on your 27-inch iMac. And then Apple TV, that's the other thing. When Apple TV comes out, or I think there are rumors that Apple's actually working on their own branded television.
Yeah.
So I assume you'd be able to play that iOS game on there too.
Yeah.
So it would really, I mean, the implications of that are enormous.
You think about Microsoft, there's rumors they want to do the Xbox TV. And one thing Microsoft always pushes as a publisher is it's easy to make a game work on PC and Xbox, which is sort of what we're hearing, like, you know, Apple wanting to do. So there could be like an interesting, maybe they could go at it again. Only this time Apple doesn't give up Bungie.
Yeah.
And
Right.
screw themselves.
right in the beginning.
Unity allows you to build once and sort of deploy everywhere. You can build for PC, Mac, iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox. I mean, it's literally everything. If you have an iOS game that would play on iPhone, iPad, TV, your iMac, then from a game design standpoint, I think we're entering an age where you have to design for everything. You know, your game, you're not designing a specific game for a specific console anymore. It really needs to be polymorphic.
No, yeah, especially if you're any of the big games that are going to launch on multiple consoles or platforms. You have two controllers that are enough alike, but different enough that really the same game can be tailored to one, not to the other at all.
Yeah.
So that could present a lot of difficulties. It could almost like, genericize some things to a large extent because.
Well, I
unless
remember.
you kept it restricted to that platform, but that's reducing your market, and
Yeah. Before, CSS really became a true standard where all browsers were rendering it consistently, you basically had to build a website, but build it pretty much several times, especially to get it to work with IE. And it was always a pain, and it actually slowed down production. But UDK now can publish to Mac, and they can already publish to iOS. They can obviously publish to Xbox, PS3, and Windows. So it's sort of like, everything's sort of being consolidated from the engine standpoint. It's no secret that people want to be multi-platform anymore.
you see a lot of consolidation both from the hardware, the software that's running on, and in the engine standpoint, they're all coalescing.
For multiple platforms, I'm not really gonna want to play, Skyrim on my iPhone though. You know? So.
No, true.
Because I'm gonna want the screen. It's just like certain movies you want to see on the big screen. So that's a game I want to play on my computer, so that I've got my monitor that's big. I can appreciate the graphics, instead of looking on my iPhone like, where am I?
I believe Bungie has said that they're doing this, that they're working with Activision and they're going to release a game on everything. Their next game you'll be able to play on the iPad, but I assume it's not the exact game. I assume it's an experience designed specifically for the iPad or the iPhone that affects the game world, but it's not the Xbox game.
Yeah, because it can't be. It just can't be. I mean, I've already got kind of little things like that. I mean, example, my iPhone, I've got Spore, but it's not, I can't actually crawl out of the muck and make a civilization. I'm only swimming through mazes. That's all I can do on that one, so it's a version of it, but it's not quite the game.
We may even see retail console games offer a bonus code to download for free an iOS supplemental game, so that could be really cool.
Yeah.
They'll probably make you pay for it, considering they're making me, Gears of War 3 is making me pay $3 to put flowers on my gun.
Yeah.
So I imagine
There's some expensive flowers.
they would love to make me pay to also play on iPad.
Yeah.
That's very true. I mean, EA has said that the iPad is their fastest growing console, and they bought PopCap. They're definitely looking across everything. And I think that's the genius of the iPhone and iPad is the screen can be anything.
Yeah.
And so it's not a game console, but it is.
Yeah.
And it's not a doctor's checklist, but it is. You're not going to bring a Wii U controller into the boardroom, but you'll bring an iPad,
Yeah.
and maybe you'll sit there in the boardroom and play Angry Birds.
We'll know the battle of the living room is won when people are buying consoles like the Xbox, because it comes with the TV and it does other things, and it's not for games.
Yeah.
Right.
They want it to serve as the cable box, the TiVo, the Netflix distribution thing, and they bought for that, and that's when.
And so that shows you too, like for the handhelds, that people are buying the handheld, they're buying an iPad because it can be anything. They're not buying it for games. It solves a lot of problems and it makes life convenient.
Right.
And that's why it's proliferated everywhere. That's why everybody has it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why I think the iPhone will be more successful too. I mean, the iPad, because it's about this big, And so it's a bigger screen, you can see what you're doing easier instead of the little, DS or whatever else it is. It's so much smaller, the graphics quality isn't as good. So
Yeah.
with the iPad, there it is, it's bigger. It's more like you're actually playing the game.
Making things closer to the size of a sheet of paper
Right.
is just like the perfect transition
It's better
into
for the
that
human
technology
eye.
where we just don't have paper anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. What do you think? Are you going to buy a PS Vita? How do you like your 3DS? How do you like your other handhelds? Are you still using them as much as you're using your phone today?
Would you rather just have one device?
Them's the questions. Now answer them. If you guys like this video, please click like, please subscribe.
All right, and we will see you later.